What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, first, thank you for coming and checking out the channel. My name is Phil, and I make documentaries and short films using my iPhone by itself. And so today we're going to continue going through LumaFusion running on the M1 Mac Mini. We've been doing this for a handful of videos already, and so we're getting towards the end of that little series of videos that I'm putting together. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we're back on the desktop right here. We're gonna go ahead and spring open LumaFusion. And today I'm gonna go over some settings. When I started putting all these videos together, this probably should have been one of the first videos, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna be today's video. So we're gonna spend some time on going through some of the settings here that LumaFusion has, so you make sure that it's optimized to what you want to use it for. And so one of the most important things is down here are in your settings. Now, when we open up the settings box right here, this is going to essentially show you the layout of what you're working on at that particular moment is. Now, this is also where you have the ability to change. Let's say if you're on a 24 and you want to go to a 23 or a 25, whatever it may be, this is where you can actually change it. Now, when that does happen, LumaFusion will pop up and say, hey, listen, some of the stuff is on 24, or it's going to change, or it's going to shift. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're doing these type of adjustments. It's going to go through your ducking presets, whatever you put in there. If not, it has just the ones that it's been using. And then there you go is your project timeline right there. And then also something very important is this right here. Now, LumaFusion keeps everything in cache, for the most part. So if you're editing something where you have a limited amount of space on your iPad or on your iPhone, you're gonna wanna come in here and make sure that you clean this up every once in a while. Now, and the reason why I say that, because, I did a lot of my editing on my phone where, I did not have that much space left on the actual phone because I'm running Filmic Pro on it. After I'm running Filmic Pro, then I'm running LumaFusion. So, space was very, very precious. So a lot of times I would have, after I was done with a project, probably about 7 or 8 or 9 gigs worth of unused cache. So you want to make sure and you come in here and you clean those up by hitting this little icon right there. So I went on there by accident, but you can just click over here wherever you're gonna go, and then you would just click whatever you want to clean, and then it would clean it out for you. So that's something that you want to be mindful of whenever you're setting up. This is something that I typically do first before I even start a project when I was using it on my phone. And so as we're looking at the timeline right here, I wanted to go to the import source, right? Because it's a little bit different, or the files, it's a little bit different than what you would have on your phone. So if you have external files that you want to bring into LumaFusion, you would go into the file settings right here. And so on the Mac, on the M1 Mac Mini, if I click on this add link to file, it just sits here and spins the whole time. It doesn't allow me to grab any of my files that I want to work on. So it was a little frustrating in the beginning trying to understand that. I don't have that problem when I did it on my phone. So what you have to actually do is you have to come up here and hit the little 3 dots and then import media. Then it's going to give you all of the options that you have. If you have Box, if you have Dropbox, if you have Google Drive, OneDrive, it will actually take you to the link where you can sign in and give LumaFusion permission to jump on there. And so all of those files will be accessible on LumaFusion, which is super, super convenient. So for me, for example, I used to use a lot of Dropbox, but now I'm just using the file. So I go File here, and that same box is going to come up, and then it's going to actually allow me to pull in whatever footage I want. And when I do hit Open, what's going to happen is it's going to come in the imported section under Files right here. And so you'll see that particular project show up, and then you'll double click it and it will go on your timeline. So once again, not the craziest amount of information on this particular video, just really understanding more of the settings. And then the last thing is the exporting feature. Whenever you decide to export your project, you can do it as a movie. You can actually do the whole LumaFusion project itself, or you can do an XML project package, which is for Final Cut. So just some best practices at how I've used LumaFusion in the past, because like I said, I've done it on my phone where, you know, space was always limited. Every time I am done with a LumaFusion project, I'll go ahead and I'll export the whole LumaFusion project package and I'll throw it to my iCloud. And so I have all of my stuff saved on my iCloud. And if I ever want to, you know, work on those, I just go into my iCloud, I click on that, and then it will actually open right up in LumaFusion on my phone and on the iPad. So it's super convenient to be able to do that. But in this one right here, if we go into movies, it's going to either, if you hit photos, it's going to send it to your, your photos library, which is what I used to do when I used to do it on my phone, or you can actually use the file. Once again, you can take that video that you've created and you can throw it in a cloud, or in my case, on my particular situation, it actually allows me to save this video directly on my external hard drive. And so it's very, very beneficial for me to do it like that. I've actually never done the YouTube or Vimeo settings and logging in. I've heard of people doing that, but I've always preferred to upload my stuff by myself directly to those platforms. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's going to wrap up this video. And once again, I hope you found value in seeing some of these settings running on the M1 for LumaFusion. And if you found value in it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as I continue to create more content to be able to help people, creating films with their phones. All right, so I will catch you in the next one. Peace.